Welcome to The Looking Glass. We have a special guest today, our top chef, manager extraordinaire, Mr. Tom. Say hello, Tom.
Hi, how are we doing today?
Now, he might be a little nervous on camera, but we'll work him through, okay?
Thank you.
Sure, you bet. Now, The Looking Glass has been open for 17 years now, which is a pretty long time. Now, how long have you been with The Looking Glass?
Since about 2000.
2000. Now, one thing about Tom was when he first came to The Looking Glass, he was more just a customer, correct?
That's very true.
Tell him the story about what happened.
Well, I was Looking Glass, coming here enjoying myself, and I was working elsewhere, and Mrs. Ellington and I were friends, and I used to come in and look at her kitchen once in a while, and she gave me different things to say, and she said one day I was really sort of frustrated where I was working at, and she says, well, why don't you work for me one day? And I was like, well, I really can't work for friends. And she says, sure you can. So that's how we started. I got hired as a baker and did all the pastries and things like that. So that's how I got started.
So 12 years plus later, now Tom's in charge of the whole kit and caboodle, I guess, aren't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Your mom and I are a great team, though. We make things happen.
Yes, they do. And he always protects her, too, which is really nice. A lot of y'all protect my mom.
Sure do.
She's in her 70 range, so we got to make sure she takes her afternoon naps and everything, right?
Of course.
Good, take care of her.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now, Tom, we actually have some cool things here sitting in front of us. Before we get to those, this is a normal thing that hits the menu every single month. It's on here. This is called a Salmon Wellington puff pastry. And we showed this before about 4 or 5 months ago, but it's just a wonderful piece. We won't eat into it yet. Now also we have 2 features. One's going to be early August and then the second week in August, and whichever sells better, we'll probably just keep going on with it.
We'll see how it goes. These
Okay.
are, this is a Greek feature we're going to be doing the first weekend of August. It's actually called domalad, and it's a grape leaf filled with lamb and seasonings and a little bit of feta cheese. And then we have some orzo pasta right here, and then some toasted bread right there. And we're also going to do moussaka with that on that weekend as well, with a nice fresh garlic and cucumber sauce.
All right. Now this is a Porta Vallarta trout.
Very
correct?
true.
And whose feature is that?
That's Paul's.
Paul's. And I know what a trout is, but it looks like it's got some things in it. Tell us about it.
Well, he stuffed this with the red onion and lemons and limes, and it's from his hometown, part of Vallarta, and I don't pronounce it that well, sorry, but that's what it came from. And this chef came from Chef Brian. And then we have our pastry chefs that did our creme brulee.
And what's their names?
That is Peter and Felicia, Chef Peter and Felicia over there. And they also did our new gluten-free cookies. It's a peanut butter chocolate chip, and Felicia's bringing that in from Texas. She has a lot of gluten-free recipes that we're working with.
Now, I hear a lot about this gluten-free thing. I mean, what's the purpose of this stuff?
Well, the gluten-free items are for people that have allergies to gluten. So we're looking into gluten-free recipes like pastas and also gluten-free pizzas. We already sell a lot of gluten-free items here, but we're expanding that.
Okay, all right. So that's one of the hot things right now that people are looking for?
Oh, big time. Okay. And a lot of customers that have come in and tried our gluten-free have said it's one of the best they've had.
Okay.
So, in the area.
Woohoo, way to go.
Yep.
All right, now I know that this is a very unique restaurant. I have a lot of clients over at the store that say, oh, I just ate over there, it was wonderful. But what makes this place so unique compared to everyone else out there in Clarksville?
Well, the uniqueness about our restaurant is we actually have 5 chefs that work here, and they share their ideas and they challenge each other's ideas. So our features are always a combination of one chef or all the chefs together to make them special. And we bring in special food items for the features. You'll never see a special here. A features item we actually only make for a period of time, and then we bring it back in again.
All right. Now, like this was Chef Paul's.
Right.
So he just basically knew this already. Would he talk to another chef and try to work something out different, or?
Oh yeah, they would always look at that later on and say, well, we add this to it or whatever like that, we can do that. Our executive chef, Oliver, would be also inputting on that, and Paul is my assistant and night manager. And then I also have Chef Tony that does our sauces and soups like that. Excellent. And they always bring in new ideas and fresh ideas because they're always very creative people. Then we have a student chef back there, the cook named Haley, who's coming along nicely.
Excellent.
So,
you think we've mentioned a lot of chefs? Did we mention all of them?
I think so.
Okay, that's kind of good. We also have the little fun desserts and drinks and things like that. There's the gluten-free cookie over there as well. Now, Tom, we have about 5 seconds. You want to sign us off?
Well, I'll tell you, thank you very much for seeing us and supporting us, and we appreciate our customers.